Welcome to Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your Thankful Thursday. That's right, folks. It's Thankful Thursday, and we've got a mail call today that we're very, very thankful for. And I'm very, very excited to open up both of these mail calls. Actually, we've got a very beautiful envelope here by one and only Stack That Gold, and I'm very, very excited about this. You know, I have a kind of an inkling as to what might be in this envelope because I did watch a recent video by Scully, and he had received some mail from Stack That Gold, and so I think I know maybe what might be in here. And these two envelopes here are actually from Canada, and so I'm always extremely excited to get packages from Canada, especially when they come from some of my favorite suppliers. So I'm super excited to show you what I've got inside this big package. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and see what STG has for us. That was an easy one to break through, and this seems pretty lightweight. I'm thinking that we're gonna probably have some stickers, maybe a nice letter in here for us. So let's go ahead and see what we got. I see a little sticker peeking out here, and so I'm very right about that, so I'm excited about that. But let's go ahead and see what the letter says first. Just wanted to give you my new channel stickers. Take care and keep on stacking. Stack That Gold, STG, on the nice letterhead here. So that's very, very cool. We've got two different stickers, and just as I had suspected, we've got two different versions of this same sticker. We've got the holographic version, which I love because that kind of resembles sort of the SBS holo. And then we've got just a nice, almost kind of, I would call this kind of almost like a matte finish, or just kind of like a more standard sticker. So this is really, really nice. I'm super excited to add these to the collection. Let's go ahead and add the holo, I would say, up onto the sticker board, and I'm going to preserve the matte finish inside my stash. So we've got to Stack That Gold right up here, so maybe we want to go ahead and add the Stack That Gold holo next to the SBS holo. That seems fitting. So he's going to be right next to AG Stacker 1776, right next to Fishy, a little Fishy frack right over here. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, Stack That Gold. I really, really appreciate the sticker, and I'm excited to add the sticker dupe to my collection as well. So let's go ahead and leave this here for now, and let's go ahead and crack open into the rest of the mail. So I'm not exactly sure what's in these packages. I mean, I know what's in the packages, but I don't know what's in each of the packages. So let's go ahead and just crack open into them and see what we got. Nicely packaged. Nicely packaged. Let's just go ahead and crack right open into this. Now these came from Canada, like I said, and so when I'm getting stuff from Canada, you kind of get an idea of what it might be. You know, generally speaking, Canadian products generally come from Canada, and generally I would be buying something from Canada if it's something that I can't source easily from the United States, right? So that kind of gives you an idea of the type of things that might be in a package coming from Canada. And these are not small packages, right? When you're getting something shipped from overseas, then you usually want to make it worth it, right? So generally speaking, it's hard to justify. Sometimes you can do it if it's like a really rare piece or something, but it's generally speaking kind of hard to justify buying like a really, really low priced piece because you're paying an arm and a leg for shipping. So you might want to make it worth the trip by grabbing a few items. I got things from Canada, so they're of course going to be Canadian. So that's very exciting. So this right here, you see, this is a Canadian bullhead logo bar. I believe this is, I want to say this is a 5000 minted bar right here. It's a serialized bullhead logo pressed bar. Canadian. I'm a collector of these. I do have a nice stash of these, and so I thought, let me just pick up another one of these. I love these bars right here. So I'm really, really excited to pick this one up. Now this right here, we got a TD Bank bar. TD Bank. And this one right here, out of the 10 ounce bars, there's actually two different varieties, and one variety says Fine Silver 999 all in 2 rows, and this one actually says Fine Silver 999 in 3 rows. And so this is actually the bar that is a little bit higher mintage, but regardless, out of the 10 ounce TD Bank Johnson Matthey bars, they're either 250 minted or they're 500 minted. So they're both tier 1 bars. They're both extremely rare. This just happens to be the 500 minted bar, not the 250 minted bar. So this is pretty cool. I'm a big collector of the TD Bank bars, so I'm really excited to add this one to the stack as well. So let's go ahead and add that one there. Now this one over here is another duplicate of the same thing. You see that? So this one also has Fine Silver 999 in 3 rows, and so that means that this is the 500 minted bar. Pretty cool. 1059 and 1069. So not sequential, but definitely like serial numbers and very close serial numbers, just 10 away from each other. So that's pretty cool. Now this toned up beauty here is a JM 5 ounce bar, and this right here is a blank back. So I'm not sure on the mintage of this bar, but I'm always happy to add a nice 5 ounce chunker to the stack, especially a vintage chunker. I know AG Stacker, he's been into collecting the 5 ounce bars lately, and I like the 5 ounce bars. Generally speaking, 5 ounce bars are not as common as 10 ounce and 1 ounce bars. Generally speaking, when people do runs, they're always doing a 1 ounce and a 10 ounce version, but they don't always do a 5 ounce version. And sometimes when they do the 5 ounce versions, they do lower mintage, right? There's fewer of them minted. So generally speaking, a lot of times you'll find that 5 ounce bars tend to trade at a higher premium. Well, obviously they would trade at a higher premium than a 10 ounce bar, but you'll sometimes notice that they trade at a significantly higher premium than a 10 ounce bar. It's a little bit weird. It's not always the case. Sometimes you can get the 5 ounce bars for a good price, but I'm just saying, sometimes that's the case. Now this bar right here is very, almost looks like it was cleaned up. Regardless, it's a JM bar. So I'm very excited to pick up another 5 ounce, but this is not just any 5 ounce. This right here is a TD Bank 5 ounce. So that's very exciting. These are also pretty rare bars. And I think when it comes to these bars, the Fine Silver 999, when it's in 2 rows, is actually the less rare one. So there's a rarer one on the 5 ounce. The rarer one has Fine Silver 999 in 3 lines. And in the 10 ounce variety, the Fine Silver 999 is written in 2 lines. Now I've got the other versions of the TD Bank 5 ounce and 10 ounce bars as well, and maybe I can show those on a different video, but for now, this is what we've picked up. So now let's go ahead and see what we got inside box number 2 from Canada. I'm very excited to see what we got. And so this first bar right here seems to be a Johnson Matthey. You can see that it's a Johnson Matthey here on the back. Serial number 001061. So let's take a look and see what this is on the front. So this is Johnson Matthey, Scotiabank. So you know me, I love my bank bars. I love my Canadian bank bars. And so this right here is just one more example of a vintage Canadian bank bar. And instead of it being TD Bank, we've got a Scotiabank. So that's very exciting for me as well. I really like this. Now over here I'm seeing an Engelhard. Now that's pretty cool. So this is an Engelhard. It's got a Canadian maple leaf logo on the back, and it says 001892. Very exciting. So let's see what the front of this is going to look like. Scotiabank. This right here, folks, is arguably one of my favorite 10 ounce bars to collect. This right here is a 250 minted 10 ounce bar. I absolutely love this bar, and it was definitely one of my first favorite 10 ounce bars to collect. I think I've got a new favorite 10 ounce bar to collect now, but this is still near the top because unlike the Johnson Matthey Scotiabank bar, now see here you got a Johnson Matthey and you got an Engelhard. On the front they look almost identical. This Engelhard is a little bit shorter and thicker, right? But all in all, the fronts look very, very similar for the JM and the Engelhard. But then you flip them over and they look slightly different. This is where you can distinguish where's the Engelhard and where's the JM. But now the JM is a 10,000 minted bar, whereas the Engelhard is a 250 minted bar. Huge difference between these two. And so the premiums are quite different on both of them as well. So I'm really, really excited to pick up the Scotiabank Engelhard. I still find it relatively, not easy, but I still find it possible to source the the JM Scotiabank bars at a reasonable premium, but it's difficult just generally to source the Scotiabank Engelhard bars at all when it comes to the 10 ounce variety and even the 1 ounce variety. Now when it comes down to the 1 ounce variety, you've got a JM and a Scotiabank, and they're both 1,000 minted. So there's no rarity difference when it comes down to the 1 ounce variety. But when it comes down to the 10 ounce variety, there is a rarity difference. And when it comes down to the 5 ounce variety, that's where things get really interesting. I would say definitely my favorite 5 ounce bar to collect is the Scotiabank 5 ounce bar JM, because there is no Engelhard 5 ounce Scotiabank bar. There's not one that exists, right? And so you don't have one of those exist, but you have a Johnson Matthey Scotiabank 5 ounce bar that exists, and guess what? That's very low mintage as well. That's a tier 1 bar and it's only 500 minted, and so I love the Johnson Matthey Scotiabank 5 ounce bar. That's definitely one of my favorite 5 ounce bars to collect. Now over here we've got another 10 ounce Johnson Matthey bar. And this one right here has a very cool serial number, 006669. What a cool serial number that is. 69, baby. And this is in the original mint seal. As you can see, none of these were in the original mint seal. This is in the original mint seal, and this right here, folks, you guessed it, Scotiabank. So this right here, I would say, is my favorite Johnson Matthey Scotiabank bar that I own because of that serial number. What a baller serial number. I love it. And over here, some have already noticed what's here. Some can already probably point out what this is. This right here, folks, is a Johnson Matthey Royal Bank of Canada bar. And this right here, I was saying that the Scotiabank 10 ounce bar of Engelhard is my favorite 10 ounce bar. Well, tied with that, or possibly even surpassing that now, would probably be the Royal Bank of Canada bar by Johnson Matthey. Now this right here, folks, is also a 250 minted bar, just like the Scotiabank Engelhard, and so I'm a huge fan of this bar. I just find this stamp to be amazing. I used to love the Scotiabank logo, and I still do, and I used to just obsess about Scotiabank bars, and that's why I have a huge stash of them, because I just love that Scotiabank logo. Much more so than the TD Bank logo. But then once I saw the Royal Bank logo, I just couldn't get enough of it, and I had to just start aping them hard. So this is my Canadian bank and just Canadian bar pickup. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and we'll go ahead and maybe do a deeper dive on some of the collections of bank bars maybe that we have on future videos. So thanks everybody who was able to tune in to today's episode, and look forward to seeing you all this Sunday on the next SBS drop. There are still a few slots left from this past week's SBS drop, where we did a Engelhard e-logo bar drop. There you can purchase up to 4 e-logo bars, and this is an opportunity for people who are kind of just getting into Engelhard, or maybe if you've already been into Engelhard collecting for a while and you're just looking to pick up a nice example of each of the e-logo bars. There's 4 different types of the common e-logo bars, and so this past week's drop, I think there's a few slots left for it. We'll give you an opportunity to purchase, guarantee yourself one of each different Engelhard bar type. So If anybody's interested in that, feel free to check that out. That's on the website. But if not, I hope you enjoyed today's unboxing. Cheers!